Good morning, everyone. My name is Anne-Marie Band. Today is Tuesday, January the 17th, and this is the Moneyball Morning Report for the Benzinga Pro platform. Listen, we are caught in a little bit of a peat bog, and so let's take a look at where we're caught and then what the catalyst might be. So where we're caught is inside of last month's range, and this morning we are opening inside of last week's range. What we are also seeing is as we moved up in the first patch, we had diminishing volume, gave us this 4 days of motion, but that was also diminishing volume. And so here we are bouncing like we did last week, and then we've got to see what's going on this week. So what is the storyboard there? The storyboard is indecision. So what I don't want you to do is try to overthink the market. What you want to do is just look at what's happening and then think about what might the catalysts be. So here's what we've got. Bank of Japan is going to release on Wednesday. A lot of people think that because Kuroda is still in his seat, he's not going to do anything until he retires, and then the new guy is going to take over and do X, Y, or Z. It doesn't stop traders from trying to front run what they think is going to happen. And so that's really where we get into a lot of trouble as traders, trying to front run the motion. Pre-market, of course, is very, very quiet. We had diminishing upside volume on these regions, and now we've got ourselves a fade. But make no mistake, the trend is still upward on these tighter time frames in the small formations. And from a weekly perspective, it's all about trying to recover. I do not like the extreme readings that we're seeing on new highs minus new lows. That's troubling me. So my thought would be pullbacks or buy zones. They might get deep, let them stabilize, and then as it bounces into resistance, take your profit and leave. Same numbers as last week that we are looking at. Let's go to SPY. All right, again, inside the motion. This is the 4-hour candlestick. Do you see how much upward pressure is sitting there? They're going to try and buy the dips. Do not try to front run this market unless you're scalping. And if your scalping skills are poor, I'd say sit on your hands. Okay, so as we look at the week, this is last week, we're inside of that currently, but it's still got bullish pressure building. So the fades that seem natural to me coming into these regions, 392, 395, those are going to be fairly nice areas to pick things up, but we could have ourselves an incredibly sideways day ahead, folks. We really, really could. So what does this gray motion mean? Again, we're sitting well inside of last month's motion. The cues are giving us a little bit more upside pressure from this space, but you can see how terrible it looked last month. They are really flat-footed here. They've got to try and recover. And so bullish motion, but look at the wicks. They're big, they're deep. So let them come in and decide. Do not chase breakouts in this environment. This is a bearish market formation. Just because a trend has been confirmed to an upside doesn't mean you just buy at the open. That's not what that says. So pay attention to where these traders are sitting. Realize that we're caught in a bog. A lot of big money and deep pockets are waiting for these central banks to do and say whatever they're going to do and say, and then we're going to move. Sit on your hands if you don't have to trade. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow.